The call will be recorded.
Yay. Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can.
Good.
Everyone, I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and this is, correct me if I say your name wrong, Jadzia DeForest.
That's correct.
Okay. I didn't know if it was Jadzia or Jadzia. She and Jay are the organizers of the Northwest Pagan event that I'm going to... Tarot event. Sorry, I was just doing something on a pagan thing, and so it's on my mind. But they're doing, we call it Newts. Tell us about Newts. Tell us why you started it.
I really wanted kind of a bigger tarot event up here in the Pacific Northwest. The closest one we have is in the Bay Area up here, and that one's great too. But a lot of people in like Portland and Oregon and Washington, traveling even as far as the Bay Area can be kind of difficult sometimes.
Yeah, and now this is the second one, correct?
Yeah, this is our second year.
How much time would you say as an organizer does it take to put an event together? Is the first one, was it more difficult? Is the second one easier?
So far, I would say the second one's a little bit easier just because we know what we're getting into now. And we have a lot of the groundwork laid out that we didn't have the first year. We didn't really know what to even expect the first year. No. And so now we have a better idea. So yeah, it's going a little more smoothly this year so far.
Awesome. And guys, I pulled it out, and I don't know what I did with it. I had one of your product. The reason I ever met Jadzia or Jay was they asked me to review something a few years ago. It was the astrology and the tarot cards that y'all do. I should do a video review of them because I have a static review, but maybe I'll do one video so people can see them. They're like tarot flashcards, I guess is an easy way to call them.
Exactly.
Yeah. What other products do y'all have?
Well, our flashcard line has grown a bit. So we have the tarot and astrology, and runes, tree of life, crystals and stones, and now palmistry as well.
Ooh, I may have to take a look at those because I've got the astrology and tarot and really enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. Let me see what else people would want to know. Well, I know that you're going to have, how many presenters do you have?
Quite a few for the Symposium. Yeah, we'll be there, selling our goods. And as far as presenters go this year, it's usually like, more than 20. And this year, we have another great lineup, which I'm really excited about. Some names that people may know, Jamie Elford, who's a local person here, Pamela Steele.
Wizards, yep.
Taylor Elwood is also
Steel
local.
Wizard and the Wizard's Pets. She's got a new one coming out, so.
Pamela, yeah. She's great. She's coming all the way from Canada again, which is awesome.
I've never met her, so I'm really looking forward to this. I've never been to a conference.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
We're the first.
Okay.
So, a tarot convention. I've been to writers, but never a tarot convention.
Okay, awesome. And then, yourself, which is great. It'll be a good place to meet everybody, being one of the presenters and just, being around everyone.
And you have a couple of what we call big names. I mean, Pamela, to me, in the tarot community, is a big name.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jamie, of course. Who else on the list would you call don't want to embarrass folks, but...
Yeah, Art Rosengarten.
Oh, yeah.
Presented at the New York Reader Studio, so I think quite a few people know him. Mary Kay Greer, of course, everyone knows her. Also, Heather Lee Navarre.
Yay!
That's quite a few times, along with, Mary, obviously. And Katrina Wynn is another one of our local presenters. And then we have a couple of people who are kind of a little bit newer in the community that are kind of upcoming names, I think, like Benabelle Wen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Her holistic tarot book is amazing.
Exactly. And like Ronna George, Alma Norman, as well as Kendra, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Yeah.
Yeah, she does Under the Roses, yeah. And she has other ones, but that's the one that comes immediately to mind.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it's going to be great. I mean, we have just so many wonderful presenters from, all over that are going to be joining us.
Now, do you have any copies of the poster available? I know you have a digital version that I'm going to show people, but do you have a...
Yes, actually, those just came in, so I could be sending those out to anyone who would like them. They can just send me their mailing address. Ooh. And all of the presenters' information is all updated on the website, which is nwtarosymposium.com. So you can check out everyone that's going to be presenting in their workshops.
That'll be in the drop-down box, guys, so that you can click and go. And you can still sign up to attend, right? It's not been cut off yet, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay. But y'all don't wait, because these things fill up fast, and you want to jump on that. You've got hotel that has like a special, is that correct?
Yes, on the website, I think there's a link that says like venue or hotel or something like that. And that one we do have a special room rate for the weekend, and a few days on either side of it. So yeah, you can book there. Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say on the website too, there's also, besides attending, we're also still looking for advertisers in the program, volunteers for the event, vendors for the event. So there's a lot of information on there, anyone who wants to participate like that.
Well, it's 5 months away?
Yeah, first weekend in March.
Yeah, so right, a little under 5 full months, but, well, that's good to know, because, there's people out there there's product I'd love to see out there, so I'm putting some dollars away, because shopping will be on my, shopping in the workshops. I keep looking at the presenters going, oh, I want that and that, wait, no, that, wait, no, I need to be cloned, because y'all have a great lineup of workshops. Jamie was your workshop coordinator, wasn't she?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so I thought that's who I worked with when I put in my proposal. So I was really excited when y'all accepted it. I'm like, yes! Because, like I said, I've never been to a tarot con, so it's going to be a lot of fun for me. Now, let me ask you this. What got you into the metaphysical publishing business? Why?
Actually, it started with our own line of products, those flashcards. That started all off. Before that, we had a metaphysical store here in Portland, and then we decided to self-publish our flashcard line. And then at that point, people saw what we were doing, and they're just like, I want to do that. Can you help me? And we're like, I guess so, yeah. Since we've already done it ourselves, sure, why not?
Yeah. And how's that going for you? Do you have any new product coming out that we should be looking for, or?
I do want to do a flashcard deck on Lenormand. I think that would be really popular and really interesting. A lot of our stuff has kind of shifted from the publishing focus to more of a distribution focus.
Yeah.
So with DeForest, we have DeForest distributing, and so we're always bringing on new products that people have either self-published or gone through one of the smaller publishing houses for tarot especially. Yeah. So yeah, there's always new stuff coming up, new artists. Some of our recent decks, obviously the Wizard's Pet from Pamela Steele, Cheryl Fair's Magical Realism Tarot.
I've got that on my shelf. I love that deck.
And Parallel Worlds by Astrid Amadori.
I don't think I've seen that one. I may have to go check that out.
Yeah. So yeah, go look on our website. We're always getting new independently produced decks in, so it's nice.
What excites you most about the world of tarot, oracle, and Lenormand, and astrology, and all of that right now? What's got your juices flowing when you think about it?
These days I've been trying to sort out the Lenormand system. As a tarot reader, it's like something completely different, it seems like. Yeah. And just a very different approach. So for me, like one of the most exciting things is always reading books and just learning more, and just the educational aspects of it. And so I have quite a stack of both tarot and Lenormand books that I'm currently working my way through.
Yeah. You know that I'm working on a Lenormand deck with Lisa Hunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's great.
The fairy tale Lenormand, so like our fairy tale tarot style.
Yeah.
We've done it in a fairy tale Lenormand, and we finished the cards, and the book is in my hands right now. It's going to be a little white book. It's not going to be an expanded book at this point. That may happen. But, yeah, Lenormand's very different from tarot for me. It's very concrete and not a lot of wiggle intuitive room.
Mm-hmm.
So are you finding that also?
Yeah, which is what I'm finding difficult with it. 'Cause it's like I keep wanting to like be like, the meaning of this is, and it's just like, no, the meaning is right in front of me. You know?
Right? Bear tree dog. It doesn't mean anything but bear tree dog. But that's been my most difficult thing. So yeah. But writing the book has helped me because I'm kind of narrowing it down and we're anchoring it into fairy tales. Like, are you
Mm-hmm.
familiar with Rikki Tikki Tavi?
Mm-hmm.
That's the snake.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Nagini as the treachery and the bad, the betrayal and the bad dark-haired woman, and then we've got Rikki down there on the little side. And for me, it's helping me because if I can key into fairy tales, which is my love, I can. And we really branched out. We've got Mayan stuff, so it's a lot of fun. I don't know that it'll be ready by the time Newts is here, but if it is, I'll bring some.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Where do you see Newts in 5 years? What is your vision for it?
I would really like it to continue as, one of the big tarot conferences in the United States that offers just quality all the way around on every piece of it, and that is a really enjoyable community growing kind of event for everyone, and seeing people travel, from far away to come to it, as well as people local just really embracing it.
And it's true because we have BATS, which is the Bay Area one that you were speaking of, and then we have the Reader Studio, and I know that I think it's Julie does one somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I don't remember what the name of it is, but there really aren't a lot of tarot conferences going on out there that are, for me, focused on the community and focused on, people who've had 35 years of reading and who have had 5 days of reading,
Yeah.
And do you have paths or tracks? I know at writers' conventions we call them tracks for different.
Yes, and that'll be listed in the program. But basically, we have. I always like to get a variety of workshops, like you're talking about. So we do really have workshops that are for the true beginner, and everything in between, all the way up to what we call the master. So we have novice, adept, and master are kind of the 3 tracks. Obviously, with us, people can jump and do whatever is of interest to them, but just so they know, if they're really starting out, that they're going to want to look at the novice workshops.
Yeah.
Or refreshing their memory on stuff. Those are going to be the best ones.
But they don't need a secret password to get into the adept or the master, right?
No.
There's no extra money involved. You slip Jadzia 50 under the table. So what would you want somebody to know if they've never been to a convention of any kind? They're brand new at this and they're scared. What would you say to them about why would coming to Newts, what could they expect when they walk in the door?
Okay. Yeah, we were actually a little concerned about that last year with putting on the first one, of just realizing that a lot of these people are coming together that probably, don't know each other, or a lot of new people who've never been to tarot conferences before. And so we had set up, just amongst the kind of core group of people, to always be like aware of anybody that seemed to kind of be, standing alone or not interacting with others and just kind of seeming on the, outskirts, feeling shy, and to make introductions and bring those people in. But the thing actually that ended up being kind of surprising was that the tarot community people, everyone is so nice, and they want to talk to you. And we actually didn't have anybody that was not being included in some way or another. So everyone, just the community, took care of that whole thing, bringing in new people who had never been to conferences before. And so that was just really cool to see.
Cool.
So Yeah, don't worry about it. Just come and meet
Just come
people.
on.
Lots of people.
Now, do you do opening and closing ceremonies? I know some of them do like an opening reading, or they do an opening dance interpretation. I'm teasing Thalassa. But what does Newts do, to open and close? Do you do anything specific, or is it just y'all are here, let's go and see ya?
Um, Last year we did a little bit of an opening kind of thing. We do have the opening is mostly the Friday night meet and greet. And so that's kind of the opening ceremony. And then last year for closing, we didn't really do too much, but I think this year we're kind of having a little bit more of a bring everyone together and wrap up the weekend. But mostly it's just kind of a short chat and, have fun,
Yeah.
ready, set, go kind of thing.
And I think that's good. Because I know that from my perspective as an outsider, because I've never been to them, I see tarot, the reader studio, is a more here and now, present, maybe not, I don't mean less spiritual in a bad way, but I tend to see bats as more spiritual because I think they do more ceremony, but I may be mistaken. Would you say that y'all fall in the middle of that? Do you fall more on a educational, more on a spiritual?
I think we're definitely focused a lot on the education part for sure. I know that Reader Studio is really like structured and they have a lot more of everyone coming together during the weekend at several different points. So we're more similar to BATS as far as just, okay, here are your workshops, people you need to pick, and you divide up and go do that. And then we have a few times during the weekend that people are together, socializing and everything. So probably a little bit more like the BATS structure.
Okay. Now, what about food? We all want to know about food. Is food included? Do we have to bring a sack lunch?
Food's not included with the registration, but there are options on there. There's a lunch buffet on Saturday and Sunday that is like, I think it's $20 per day. And then we do have food during the meet and greet on Friday, and that's included. And then we have an optional dinner buffet that people can register for Saturday night. And then after the dinner buffet is an open just kind of cocktail party and dessert stuff. And that one is included. So yeah, Friday night and Saturday night, those two are included with things. And kind of the rest of the weekend, you're on your own unless you sign up with the meal.
Now, is it a cash bar on Saturday night? Do I need to save some of my spending money for?
Yes, it is.
If I want a cocktail.
Yes.
Now, let's say somebody's brand new again. They don't even have a tarot deck. Should they come?
Yes, I think they should. Yeah, I mean, there'll definitely be plenty of opportunities to purchase a tarot deck at the symposium. And yeah, I think, just anyone who's really genuinely interested in tarot, what does it mean? What is it like? Who are these people that do this kind of stuff? The symposium where you're going to get, just kind of a lot of information, all at once, as well as meeting the people who do this, on whatever level they're at. So, yeah.
Okay. So lots of learning opportunities for people, lots of networking opportunities for people, and shopping. Lots of shopping, guys. So what are the most frequent questions you get asked about? I mean, if somebody doesn't know about this, I'm sure you get peppered with questions all the time. What do you think is the most common one?
With questions, a lot of people ask, what else we have going on. Is it just workshops throughout the weekend? And obviously, we have the vending part of it as well. And another question we get is, what makes us different than some of the other conferences out there? And one of the biggest ones actually is we have an art show.
Wow.
So a gallery at one end of the vending room that is different artists. It's all, tarot divination related. And there's a silent auction that goes along with that. And this year we're actually going to have an art prints booth set up so people can look through, all kinds of tarot art. and divination part.
Very cool. That's a very cool idea, because I know that a lot of people, being able to see, when you see a card here, but when you see it in a bigger size,
Yeah.
and particularly, like, I know Eric Dunn did the poster this year. I just used his Illuminati in my weekly tarot scopes, and I was trying to tell people that you've got to get these cards and just kind of dive into them. They're so vivid, but I'd love to see bigger pieces of that, so I'm hoping he'll have some art there that I can go peer at. Now let's see what else, because we're about to wrap it up. I like to keep these interviews between 20 and 30 minutes just because you've got things to do, and I figure everybody wants, a finite amount of time. Otherwise, I'd sit here and yap with you all day. What else can we talk about that's, because I really want people to understand why going to a tarot conference is so important, even though I've never been. But I know that the people go, and I hear about the networking, and my friend Siobhan went to Reader Studio for the first time, and she came back and said her best moments were in the small groups that just kind of gathered and clustered up and just talked.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any experiences like that on a personal level?
Yeah, I would say one of the coolest things about going to a tarot conference, because I went to BATS actually before, and I started Nudes. And one of the neat things was, like, on Facebook, you're friends with, like, all these people that are, like, tarot readers in the community, and it's like, that's one sort of interaction. But then actually going to, BATS or any other tarot conference, and you actually, like, meet these people in person, and it kind of solidifies that friendship that becomes, from a Facebook friend to, it's like, all right, you actually know this person, you've actually talked with them, and it's just, nothing can replace, those kind of face-to-face communications and community.
Yeah, I agree with you on that very much. And it's one of the reasons I like doing these Skype interviews, because I can look at somebody and think, oh, they're animated. They're not a static picture on the page. And, and just get a feeling for people. So if you know of any other deck creators or artists that would do interviews, send them my way. I'm lining people up. Mary said she was going to look at her schedule and might be able to do one, so yay on that.
Okay.
But any final words you'd have to say to anybody as a wrap-up?
Just, branch out there, connect with your community. And it's always a good time. It's always a lot of fun on top of, everything else. So, check us out.
Okay. And I'll tell you, as a convention goer to writers groups, get your sleep before you go, because you'll stay up late talking to people.
Yes.
And then you want to get up early to have breakfast with different people. It's a lot of fun. So y'all come to Newt's, come see me, come see Jadzia, come see all the other people, Jamie Elford, Kendra Herter, Rana George is an amazing Lenormand, y'all. So you gotta get there, and you've still got plenty of time. So seek joy and pass it on. And thank you so very much for joining me today. This has been Jadzia DeForest of DeVera Publishing, and also a co-creator of Newt's, the Northwest Tarot Symposium, that everybody who's watching this is going to go to, right? Okay. Bye, Jadzia. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.